Who is it?
An IF officer. I thought it was over. I'll see to it. Stay here and eat.
Andrew, I think you better come here. Ender, I never thought you were the kind to get into a fight.
There's still some boys in the hospital. You really did a number on him. With your shoe, Ender. That wasn't exactly fair.
Do you have any explanation for your behavior, young man? We'll consider extenuating circumstances, but I have to tell you that it really doesn't look good. Kicking him in the groin and kicking him repeatedly in the face and body when he was down, it looks like you really enjoyed it.
I didn't,
Then why did you do it?
because he had his game there.
So this excuses anything?
No.
Then tell me why you kept going when you had already won.
Knocking him down won the first fight. I wanted to win all the other ones right there, so they'd leave me alone. You took the monitor away. Wasn't I supposed to defend myself?
Ender, you should have asked a grown-up for help.
Ender? Colonel Hiram Graff. I'm Director of Primary Training at Battle School in the Belt. I'm here to invite you to come to the school.
But what about the monitor?
The final step in your testing is to see what would happen when the monitor comes off. We don't always do it that way, but in your case...
And he passed? Putting the Stilson boy in the hospital? What would you have done if Andrew had killed him? Given him a medal?
It isn't what he did, Mrs. Wiggin. It's why.
What are you going to do, Colonel Graff? Walk out the door with him now?
That depends
On what?
on whether Ender wants to come.
Oh, so it's voluntary after all. How sweet.
For the two of you, the choice was made when Ender was conceived. But for Ender, the choice has not been made at all. Conscripts make good cannon fodder, but for officers, we need volunteers.
Officers?
As far as we can tell, our tests are very good, Ender, but they don't tell us everything. If it were just a matter of choosing the best and happiest future for you, I would tell you to stay home. But if because you were part of our fleet, mankind might survive and the buggers might leave us alone forever, I'm going to ask you to do it, to come with me.
I'll do it.
Who is it?
Oh my gosh. Es que salió.
Who is it? I thought it was over. Who is it? It's an IF officer. I thought it was over. Ender, I never thought you were the kind to get into a fight.
Cut. You need to...
Okay. Oh wait, Mom, no.
Okay, let's go again.
Mom.
The Stilson boy is in the hospital. You really did a number on him, Ender, with your shoe. That wasn't exactly fair, you know. Do you have any explanation for your behavior, young man? We're willing to consider extenuating circumstances, but I must... Oh, Mom. You really did a number on him, Ender, with your shoe.
Oh my.
Father?
Ender, you should have asked a grown-up for help. On what?
Okay.
Officers? I didn't.
Then why did you do it?
He had his game there.
So this excuses anything?
No.
Our tests are good, Ender.
Passed? Putting the Stilson boy in the hospital? What would you have done if Andrew had killed him? Given him a medal?
What are you going to do, Colonel Graff? Walk out the door with him?
But the monitor? I'll go.
That's it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's voluntary after now. What am I...
Why did you do what you did? Do you have any explanation for your behavior, young man? We're willing to consider extenuating circumstances, but I have to tell you that it doesn't look good.
Oh, so it's voluntary after now. How sweet.
Sounds like you really enjoyed it.
Good.
The Stilson boy is in the hospital. You really did a number on him. With your shoe, Ender, that wasn't really fair.
I'll see to it. Stay me. Ender, I think you better come here. That's good.
Ender, you better come in here.